Against Herodian, Sect 7 from Judaism, but 20 of the series. And again, after this sect and the others, there was a seventh, called the sect of Herodians. These had nothing different, but were altogether Jews, good for nothing and hypocrites. They believed, however, that Herod was Christ, taught that the Christ awaited in the scriptures of the law and prophets was Herod himself, and was proud of Herod because they were deceived about him. This was because, besides holding the faint opinion in order to gratify the reigning of king, they were won to it by the wording of the text. There shall not fail a leader from Judah, not a ruler out of his loins, till he come from whom it is prepared, or for whom are the things prepared, as the other copies say. This was because Herod was the son of Antipater of Ascalon, a temple slave from the idol of Apollo. This Antipater's father was named Herod, and he too was the son of Antipater. Antipater was taken prisoner by Idumeans and fathered Herod during his stay in Idumea. Since his father was poor and could not ransom his son, I mean Antipater, he remained there for a long time as a slave. But later his young son Herod was ransomed by public subscription and returned home. This is why some call him an Idumean, though others know he was from Ascalon. Afterwards, he was made friends with Demetrius, was appointed governor of Judea, and became acquainted with the emperor of Augustus. Because of his governorship, he became a proselyte, was circumcised himself, and circumcised his son Herod. The rule of the Jews was allotted to Herod, and he was king in Judea, as a tributary ruler under the emperor Augustus. Since this person of Gentile station was reigning as king, while the crown had come down in succession from Judah and David, but the rulers and patriarchs of the tribe of Judah had come to an end, and the crown has passed over to a Gentile, the mistaken belief that he was Christ seemed persuasive to the opinion of deluded. In consequence of the wording of the text I have quoted, there shall not fail a ruler from Judah till he come from whom it is prepared. It was thought they were obliged to take it in the sense of it was prepared for this ruler. The rulers from Judea have failed, and this one is not descended from Judah. Indeed, is not a descendant of Israel at all. The role of Christ was prepared for someone like this. But what follows refutes them, because it says, he is the expectation of the nations, and in him shall the peoples hope. Which the nations hope in Herod, which expectation of the nations await Herod. How did they think he slept as a lion cub? Who shall rise him up? Applied, where did Herod wash his garment in blood, and his covering in the blood of the cluster, as our Lord Christ did by spattering his body with his own blood, and his covering with the blood of the cluster. Now consider what I say, for the Lord will give thee understanding in all things. For the purification of the whole of the Lord's people, he came to cleanse the teeth of men's teaching with his own blood, since this had been stained in the blood of faith and unlawful sacrifice. And why should I sell multitudes of things that suggest themselves? There are many, and the time I have for rebuttal of the sects does not permit me to prolong the discussion. At all events, these were the seven sects in Israel, in Jerusalem, in Judea, and therefore I mentioned in Samaria but most of them have been eliminated. There are no scribes any longer, no Pharisees, Sadducees, Baptists, or Herodians. There are only a handful of Nazarenes, perhaps one or two, up above of the upper debate of beyond Arabia, and the remnant of Ossaeans, no longer practicing Judaism but join with the same sides, who in their turn live in the territory beyond the Dead Sea. Now, however, they have been united with the sect of the Ebionites, and as a result they have lapsed from Judaism, as though a snake's tail or body had been cut off, and a snake with two heads and no tail had sprouted from it, ground on and attached to a body chopped in half. So much for much discussion of the four Samaritan and the seven Jew sects, none of which exist any longer except just three Samaritans one. As three Samaritan ones, I mean those of the Gorotenes, Lusitians, and Sibrians, but no Essenes at all, although they have been buried in darkness. And there are no more sects among the Jews except those of the Ossaeans and a few isolated Nazareans. But Ossaeans have abandoned Judaism for the sake of some Shians who are no longer either Jews or Christians. That will do for this.